Good afternoon. We have the honor here of interviewing one of the most famous Jewish Orthodox Charedim commentators in the world. Now, most times you may have heard of him and heard him because he does these voice notes that fly around the Charedim world.
The Izzy Rant.
The Izzy Rant. It's really Klotman. And today he's going to be covering some hot topics, part one, and we may do this as a weekly show. So I'd love to hear your feedback. So really, we're going to hit some hot topics, and since with the recent disasters that happened with Miron, and recently with Carlin, Sullivan, Israel.
Two in a row.
Crowd control issues, clearly. Safety issues, because it seems that the Orthodox Haredi world does not believe in safety measures. They rather make up their temporary bleachers, seating system instead of renting the Barclays Center, City Field, or a proper stadium. What's your comments on that?
First of all, it was one of the most atrocious, horrific things that I've ever seen in my life. It totally ruined my Lag Baimer. When I saw body bags from Zaka lining up an entire arena, a make-believe memorial, it totally struck a chord in my heart. And what's so painful is that there was so much human error. Of course, Hashem does everything. It's all Hashem. We're just little, simple people. But nobody talks about how these events keep on happening because we are not taking crowd control and any safety precautions and measures on a daily basis in the Hasidic community. I don't want to air dirty laundry in public, but by Rav Vosner's Levaya, the Shevet HaLevi, a couple of years ago, 2 Bachur were killed by his Levaya. Okay? Because when they were taking the Aron down the steps in Eretz Yisrael, everybody rushed to the steps, and the exact same thing happened like Miran. They crushed on each other. 2 young people were killed. Okay? And people say, don't, it's too close, it just happened, there's a time and place. The time is now, because they didn't take Lag Baimer's 45 deaths serious, and now we got hit again with the cable ties holding up bleachers. Bleachers have to go. I'm talking to you, every single Hasidic Rebbe in the world. I know it's so bakavadik to have 1 million Hasidim, and you give out the most sponge cake, and the most Yerushalmi kugel, and your Bagleitinung when you went to Eretz Yisrael had 20,000 people, and your cousin Tony had 16,000 people. You had 40 cherry and sirens, and he only had 20 cars, cherries and sirens. I could see an event like this, Chas v'Shalom, happening again tomorrow. Don't tell me the Svardim or Rosh Chodesh Elul are going to do slichot by the Kaisel, and there's not going to be 200,000 people there, just like Miran. Either we let the Israeli Tzioni government make all the rules and we follow, or we self-regulate and self-govern. And I don't see ourselves self-regulating and self-governing. So I'm bringing a dirty laundry to the public. What are the Hasidic Rebbes doing to stop this terrible injustice of crowd controls? Don't tell me that all the Hasidic Rebbes got rid of bleachers already. We'll go to their base medrashes and see if they have bleachers. Bleachers are a cause for disaster. Shut down the bleachers. And don't you dare compare it to Yankee Stadium, where the bleachers are extremely safe. In Yankee Stadium, you get a bleacher ticket number. Okay? A couple of people to the bench. Also, in Yankee Stadium, Bleacher J and Bleacher K are not an inch away from each other. Bleacher J and Bleacher K are
permanently there.
They're permanently there. No, but there's some Hasidic Rebbes that are going to say that our bleachers are permanent and made out of good metal. They're good metal. You push one guy, 40 people collapse. Okay?
That's really, what's the percentage of people getting hurt and killed with these events?
Ein Simchen al Hanes. I want to know if there's one Hasidic Rebbe in an indoor event that has 10, 15,000 people. Does even one of them have the safety paperwork from the fire department and from the local city municipality that says it's safe? Is there one? I would love to see the certificates, and I would love to see them say that the bleachers that I saw just for Motzei Shabbos, without mentioning names of Hasidic sects, where there's thousands of people on top of each other. Who regulates it? Moshe Zalman Chaim Baruchstein? Zalman HaKoyin Schwartz? Who regulates it? The guy that has 13,000 keys on a radio? Who's regulating these Hasidic events? We're waiting for disasters to happen.
So what's your opinion about people getting accepted to yeshivas, yes or no? Do you feel that the best should get accepted and the rest should be, left out, or do you think everyone should get a shot?
This is a conversation.
And how do you keep the standard if you say, you can't say no to anyone, you can't say no?
This is a standard above my pay grade, because I know that there's some schools that if they accept everybody, they're going to get a bunch of fried out drug addicts, and they're going to say that nobody's going to want to come to our yeshiva. And why should some top Iluyim, Tzaddikim, top seminary girls not have a place that could stand out and be above? Stop giving interviews for $400 application fees to anybody that could sign the check. Don't take application fees unless if you're accepting 10 people applications, you can only accept 5, but you're giving every one of them a fair shot, and then you make a raffle to pick those 5, or there's a system on how you chose those 5. I heard that these girls' seminaries are charging $400 an application fee. 80% of them... What?
No one asked you to apply. It's free country.
They should stop accepting it. It's Ramos. It's stealing. If you know 1,000,000,000% you're not accepting the person, tell them you don't want an application fee. You don't want to even look into them. If they'll hate you, they're going to hate you anyways when you don't accept them.
So you don't have to sign up to their seminary.
It's peer pressure. We live in an environment where girls have to go to seminary. At least they think they have to go to seminary. If you take their $400 application fee, you better be considering taking them. If not, stop stealing money.
Who are you voting for New York City mayor, and why?
Baruch Hashem, we have good candidates now. It's either Eric Adams or Mr. Yang.
Who are you voting for?
I don't know yet.
And why?
I don't know yet.
Why do you know it?
I will tell you one thing. If the entire Hasidic community gets together in Brooklyn, about 1 million votes or 500,000 votes, we should all stand behind one of them, because we do have the swing vote. And also, if the person that wins is the person we supported, we have more leverage for a future election and getting our policy done. I heard that in Crown Heights, everybody's supporting Eric Adams. So if the community, in a uniformed group, decides to support Eric Adams, then I'm going to sign that I say we should support Eric Adams. I think he has a very good chance of winning.
And what does it seem across the spectrum of Orthodox people? Who's he... is there a general consensus of which band they're voting for?
It looks like it's 50-50, which is very bad. You can't have Satmar, Babiv, and Chabad all supporting somebody else. One of them is going to win, and whoever didn't support him, he knows is not going to be taken serious as a voting bloc. I think we should all get together and vote for one of them. It looks like right now it might be 50-50, Yang, Adams. I think we should all come together behind...
No?
Who is that?
Stringer.
0. I have a bigger chance than him, and I'm not on the ballot.
What's your opinions on Heshi Tishler?
Heshi Tishler? I like him as a person. He's a warm person. He's a kind person. He does a lot of chesed. I don't know necessarily that he has a chance in politics. So it could be if you vote for him, you're wasting your vote. I think Flatbush Girl also, she says that she has big support. She can't get 5 people to vote for her. As a person, it looks like she's a nice, caring person, but she should stop wasting our time on a ballot box. No, because people that support her, you're not giving a vote to a candidate that has a chance. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Flatbush Girl and Heshi Tishler should not be on a ballot. They're taking away votes.
So you're suggesting anyone on the local politics side or not?
You have to remember, Borough Park and Flatbush, Marine Park, Kensington, these areas have enough Jewish votes to get somebody elected. Crown Heights doesn't have the numbers. We tried with Wasserman. We don't have the numbers. So Crown Heights, we have to support the candidate that we feel has the best chance. Usually it's not somebody from the Hasidic Jewish community.
So how's your experience in the art business? You've been in it for 3 months?
Rocking over 6 months.
6 months?
Baruch Hashem. We're in it to win it. I'm doing it because I'm making money. And we try to build up the brand, work with a lot of galleries. I work with a lot of collectors and buyers.
Do you prefer selling art or leasing cars?
Oh, they're both an art. Getting a customer is always an art. I think art's a little bit easier. When you lease a car, there's a lot of paperwork and insurance, registration, trade-in. People don't get credit. With art, it's if you don't have the money, don't even call. You know what I'm saying?
What is something you didn't know about the art world until you started?
I didn't realize it's all about the name. So if you're a 22-year-old girl in Borough Park and you're the most amazing artist in the world and you want to get Kleiman, Lieberman, Kandinsky for overpricing, you have a lot of humbling. You're going to go through a big humbling experience. You have to basically give away your art for years until you could start charging real money. Young artists should literally give away their art for free and get famous and rich people to hang it on their walls to be a conversation starter. If you try to ask for real money, you're not going to make a penny.
So that's it today for part 1 of the Izzy What do you call it?
The Izzy Rant.
Izzy Rant on video?
That's right. Izzy Rant podcast. Yeah.
Podcast, video cast on video. Thank you very much.